again. I'm back up again because shoot, they woke me up. They woke me up. What can I say? I have to protect an empress, okay? Or someone who is okay. I'm just gonna continue. I'm just gonna start downloading because I'm not be I'm okay. There's something about whatever I'm gonna say that provides some type of clarity or some type of justice to an empress, okay? Now, I feel as though there are other people that get justice in this situation too, but I also feel as if what I'm saying puts other people on the radar to be targeted to answer for their corruption, okay? I honestly did not know that I was gonna oh goodness. Let me not explain nothing. Let me just talk. Okay. Apparently this is crime tarot. Cause at this point, this is what this is turned into. Like I don't have the cards right now, but I'm gonna go get them before I finish the stream because I want to just get whatever's out. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna say everything that needs to be said. Okay, so however long it takes. Um, they're heavily watching because you know something that you don't even realize that you know, or this could be like buried memories, or like, if you have an experience that traumatizes you, like let's say you get in a car accident and you get head trauma. Head trauma can alter your memories, okay? So this what I'm picking up is something where some type of trauma happened, but it was psychologically fracturing and it altered your memories. Okay, so this was meant to happen. No, this was meant to keep you like whatever traumatized you was intentional trauma. Like somebody was paid to traumatize you in order to alter your memory. Okay, they're heavily they're sending heavy shadow work, heavy black magic is being sent to my channels so that people don't listen to the message, or so that the message doesn't get out. It doesn't matter, the message will get out. I have plenty of other ways to get the message out if I don't get it out this way, but I am going to get it out this way because I was told to. But they're still going to try to stop the message from being heard by sending black magic so that I can be made to look like you probably shouldn't trust this message. You don't have to trust anything but your discernment. Trust in that. Okay. um MK Ultra, it's like a modern day MK Ultra. That's why this has been coming up for the last several years. Your entire life is a lie. Like your entire life is a lie. Everything you think you know down to your parents they're not your parents. You are a part of something that's bigger than what you could have even fathomed. The reoccurring dreams as a kid are they were protecting you, okay? They were giving you the information that you needed to know, but you were also afraid of the truth because of how big, how massive the truth was. So it's like, in a way, you were subconsciously programmed to be afraid of your own truth so that you could stay under the spell. Okay? The spell work is about causing delirium, okay? And just having you to feel confused in general. It's disturbia, okay? There's a lot of this has to do with like keeping you in poverty, keeping you homeless, keeping you stuck in abusive situations. Just, it's like whatever is possible to do to slow you down. That is the magic. The magic is whatever you can do it. Okay, because at all costs you have to be stopped. If you're not stopped, then a lot of people's positions are threatened, even people, specifically people on the high end of things. Okay, so we're talking about high caliber things. Obviously somebody got to talk about them, so here we are. The Navy is important. Okay, Navy SEALs. All right, Army is important as well. Somebody in particular that you had your suspicions about, you were right about, but like that person was there to listen. The disillusionment has already happened now, so it doesn't even matter what they were there to do because they didn't succeed. Okay, but you were basically being set up. You got set up on multiple occasions, but your third eye protected you on multiple occasions. That's basically what's happening in your dream state. Like sometimes you forget to pray before you go to sleep, so you have certain high level beings in the astral that are here to protect you while you where you mess up. It's like, okay, as a human you get caught slipping sometimes. Okay, you get caught slipping, you still having a human experience. Okay, so on the spiritual end, that's why your spiritual hygiene and your spiritual life in general is so important. The reason why you always see break-ins is because people are always breaking in. They're always listen, people get to you through your heart chakra. Okay, that's what they do. They get to you through your heart chakra. So when you have all your walls up, it's like they just listen. They wait for you to show them what it is that is your weakness. What is it that is your kryptonite? Okay, so your whole entire life you've been being controlled. You just don't realize it. And when I say that, I mean controlled in the sense that keep you angry, keep you sad, keep you depressed, keep you feeling whatever, just so that you can stay away from your calling. Because if you stay away from your calling, then everybody who's been in the wrong, hiding in the dark, making deals with the underworld, they can continue to do what they're doing. But you are the exposure, and they knew you were the exposure. And the thing is, listen, when you expose some shit, when you are the whistleblower, of course that's scary. Of course it's scary to be the whistleblower. Who wants to go and tell the truth about some corruption, especially when many, many people are working against you? That's a scary thing at first, right? Especially if you're just a young little lad. This is American terror, okay? American terror. America is a business. So all of the people who work in the interest of the business are going to do what's in the interest of the business before they do what's right and just. Okay? So injustice has been happening, and it's all to keep somebody who has shaman blood away from land that they're rightfully owed. Okay? You are rightfully owed some land. Now here's the thing, you don't want it. That's the problem. You don't want it. They want this land for something very specific, and you don't even want the land. So that's the reason why they've been attacking you, because they need the land. Some of them, they need it. A lot of you're dealing with a lot of homelessness. Okay, people who are homeless, people who appear to be homeless, who are actually just people watching you. Okay, listen, man, this runs deep. All right, go look at my post that I just put on the community tab if any of those messages may resonate with you. Because a lot of what I wrote, I don't know why I wrote that, but I know that those downloads feel very familiar, some of them. Okay, so I don't know if I'm talking to people who I've already crossed paths with or what, but I will say this. There are certain individuals who you always had your suspicions about. Block those motherfuckers now. Block them now. If you want to stay safe and like you're gonna be protected and everything, yes, but like you're putting yourself in harm's way when you allow certain energies close to you because they're powerful too. You're a powerful being, and like, listen, yes, immortal, absolutely immortal, but like you have to understand that there are other immortal gods out there too. You understand? And they listen, they're here to stop you from doing your divine mission. Because if you do what you were called to do, you disturb the type of peace that people work so hard to get, but they did it by other people's demise. Okay, yeah, of course we're talking about people like Diddy, people who are high power, high caliber. This is why I was downloading those messages with CB the other day. Breezy keep coming up, keep coming up, keep coming up, and then I recognize why he keeps coming up. He don't even got nothing to do with the messages that I'm really delivering at the end of the day, but also people are connected to, listen, I can't speak on that. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm going to just say this. You are going to see all that you need to see, and if there's certain things that you don't know, you're being protected from knowing, because if you knew, you would do something. Like you would try to do something ahead of whatever they doing. Okay, because you already got the divine galactic camp. Listen, all right, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. ain't no fucking game. And now I'm getting pissed because this is too much. It's like it's gone too damn far at this point. Okay, you got the entire cosmos on your side at this point. All right, so it don't really matter what you believe in. It don't matter who you pray to. Hopefully, it ain't nobody, in the underworld. Because if you pray into the underworld, then you got to understand that that's what you attract. But there's also this thing where, okay, because you don't claim a particular religion, that makes you an enemy of those religions. Okay, now read between the lines. I don't have to say much if you understand. It need not be explained, right? A child was sacrificed. They killed that kid. They killed that kid because they couldn't get to the real target. It was like, it was punishment, but like it really wasn't punishment because it, like, I can't explain to you because you know why, but like, understand this. Like, it was meant to look like a suicide. Okay? There's a cold case there's a cold case that you're speaking about, you're telling the truth about, but you don't even realize that you're telling the truth about it. You're revealing something. They're giving this to you. That's why the Most High is giving the truth to you, because you're the one that is supposed to bring justice. It's through your truth, your prophecy, that certain people get justice in the first place. That's why some people, they have to spin the block on you after they do you dirty, because they realize that you were the passageway, you were the portal. Without you, certain things can't, like, they can still get to them, but like, you are very, listen, your spiritual ranking, it enables you to do things at a rate and a speed that others can't. Okay, you are capable of manifesting at a high level. Okay, but you can only do that if your mind is clear. You can't manifest if your mind is not clear. If it's clouded with all these thoughts and worries and fears, then of course you're not going to be able to manifest. Somebody wants you to appear to be crazy. You're all over the place, so you're crazy. You ain't never heard of neurodivergence? Because I guess they're all crazy. Every single last neurodivergent is crazy. Now, the thing is, the Gemini that was involved in this, they were kind of like, they were collateral damage, okay? This Gemini didn't want to go against you, and they kind of really didn't, because I'm getting that they said information, but not all the information that they said was, they did something to throw the scent off, okay? But they felt nervous because of their own legal issues, okay? So some people, they were manipulated by the law in order to get particular information. Y'all see all type of shows and movies on the TV like this now. You understand what I'm saying? Don't matter if you got a TV or not. If you watching Lifetime or Showtime or Stars or whatever on your phone, on your devices, those shows are a reflection of real life. Duh. Hello. Duh. Where do you think the ideas come from? Real life experiences. So real life experiences are, something was meant to destroy a chosen one. Okay, something was meant to destroy a chosen one. Your family is, like, every single last one of your family members are karmic. Every single last one of them sold you out. But that's because you're not part of the family. And they know this. Like, they know that you are not it. But they know that you're it at the same time. See, the thing is what they wanted was for you to be the weak one. They thought that you were the weak one. Okay, listen, I'm talking to somebody who's been many places, okay? You have traveled many places. You are a nomad, okay? This could have even, you could also travel for work. You could be a digital nomad. So basically what's happening is every time they see you level up, they cast a spell. It's not even that they cast a spell. All the spells is the same. They just continue to amplify what they've done. For somebody, this is actual, like, dirt magic. They put you in the dirt, okay? They buried you. So that's why it's so, like, it's not strong, but at the same time, it feels like it's like you get rid of it and then it comes back again. That's because you got to get rid of what they buried, okay? And if you can't get rid of what they buried, there are ways to do what you need to do so that you can escape, okay? I promise you that if you are meant to tell the truth and you promise to do the right thing, unlike these people, you're going to always be protected. There's never going to be anything to worry about because you're doing the right thing. Why would you worry if you know you're doing the right thing? If you're good, you ain't got nothing to worry about, right? Exactly. Somebody is there's family incest. Okay, this is your older sister or your oldest sister. Yeah, because somebody was sacrificing you to prevent themselves from going to jail. Okay, in order for them not to go to jail, they have to try to set you up. They're trying to frame you for their crimes. Okay, there's also crime bosses here, but like this is coming from multiple different types of crime families. Like I'm getting like Chinese crime bosses and then mafia, Mexican mafia bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a collaboration of different bosses because a lot of these crime organizations, they are founded in magic. They're rooted in magic. Black magic is what keeps a lot of these organizations afloat, obviously. And you don't know the biggest organization, the biggest crime organization, fucking cult of them all is the government. All them black ops. Why you think you've always had all these ops your whole life? And the ones closest to you, them be your greatest ops because they get paid to betray you. They believe the lies that are told. They don't care if they're being... Listen, there's another person that is on YouTube that is a victim of the same exact thing that I'm talking about. But this person is... They're on a different level, okay? They have a different ranking. And you have crossed paths with this person before. You have watched their readings before. You're gonna... This person is protecting you, okay? There are other people that are protecting you too, though. Like, you don't know that they're watching you, but a lot of readers, they watch you. So maybe you're a reader too. The gang's all here in this bitch, okay? The gang's all here in this bitch. Listen, I'm not scared to... The reason why I can't be scared is because what would I fear? Why would I be afraid of something that I know is not more powerful than the light? If you're working with the underworld, do you understand that the light can even seduce the underworld into doing light things? You know that, right? We can turn the tables on those folks who have dark intentions. We can seduce the dark into doing what we want. They'll turn on you. Why you think you got them? Because they're not loyal to nobody. They don't got to do a motherfucking thing. That's what you need to understand. Because y'all think you own these deities and stuff. You be praying these statues and shit as if you own... You don't own none of these... Come on now. Look, I don't give a fuck how much bread and grapes and all that shit you feed it. You could feed it money every single day if you wanted to. But at the end of the day, these deities do not work for you. You don't own the spiritual realm. And in fact, when you get too cocky... That's when some shit backfires and you have to find out. Yeah, because y'all gonna keep watching. I don't care. Because I'm gonna keep giving you something to watch. Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah, run tell that. Yo, group chat ain't got shit on my group chat. See, I recognize a mole when I see one. Okay, when I spot and dot one with my third eye, when my hotline go, I know exactly who is who. And sometimes I just let them through the door just to see what they... Let me see what you know. Let me see what you know. Let me check your temperature. Actually, Mm-hmm. Something from the past is coming back because in its childhood, listen, you have a particular memory. This memory is like somebody is trying to erase the memory, because if you don't have the memory, then it's like you think you're crazy. You'll be paranoid. It's like, I have this memory, I can feel it, like there's something there, but I can't reach it. It's right there. It's just out of my grasp, right? There is a facility where, and this is in California, there's a facility where they do these mind control experimental bullshit, okay? There is a facility, and it's disguised as something else. It could be a hospital, okay? They could be taking patients who are admitted and saying, you have to stay here, and then while you stay in there, they start to do some tests on you. They explore, they trying to see, they turning you into a Henrietta Lacks type of shit, okay? Because they testing on you like an X-Men. They want to see how much you know too. So it's like y'all both want the same thing. So listen, somebody that is watching heavily, consistently, all the time, this person is on the fence about whether they should proceed, because they feel like, hold on, if other motherfuckers are starting to get it, does that mean it's coming for me next? It's on some Final Destination type of vibe. Like, these motherfuckers is shook it, okay? They're like, I don't know what's going on, but like, I want to still be tough. Because I don't want to give up yet, because no, I didn't come this far and work this hard all these years to lose, okay? But somebody feels that Final Destination moment coming. They feel it, man. They feel it. It's approaching. It's hovering in the distance. That's death. Knock, 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 knock. Coming to collect. Because when you do a death spell on somebody and they don't die, there's a debt. Somebody gotta go, one way or the other. So apparently somebody is trying to escape their own fate by offering up somebody that is connected to the one that was supposed to die, okay? So since you didn't die, they said they gonna kill somebody that's close to you, and not in GTA. This ain't for entertainment purposes. This shit is real. And if you don't take heed, then you're going to continue to be their victim until you fight back, okay? Because sometimes you do got to fight fire with fire. It don't matter if you into witchcraft. They are. Hello? You don't get it? Like, you cannot beat them at this game if you don't get on their motherfucking level. That's the point. And that's what your ancestors, the one that's working for you, because some of them ain't working for you. And you need to know that. There is a divide. There's a reason why some things always feel conflicting. Well, you getting conflicting messages. That's because you got some ancestors, and they're not there now, but you had some ancestors that was coming around misinforming you, because even they was... They were seduced into doing the wrong thing when they were alive, okay? And they couldn't make it right with you. And that's why they died the way that they did, because they went against you. They died the way that they did because they fucking couldn't live with themselves. And I'm not talking about no suicide. I mean, like, they literally made themselves sick. The guilt, they were sick with it. They couldn't believe what they had done to their own child. Because for some of y'all, this is your own parent. And for some of y'all, the parents that you think is your parents ain't your parents. You may think you look like these people, but that ain't your family. Trust me, that ain't your family. You could take heed or you could not believe. But either way, this is the truth. This is the fucking truth, yo. And the reason why they all conspired against you, because they all have something that they lack. And if it was all they needed was to do was just get rid of you, it's just one person. It's just one person. If all it was just getting rid of one person, they would do that. Especially since you're the one that kind of shakes things up to the point where they all feel uncomfortable anyway. They never really thought about it that way. But yeah, now that you mention it, I do feel some type of way about this person being around, because they always make me feel like I'm not good enough. Insecure motherfuckers. Insecure, yo. You make people feel like they're not good enough. They have this secret animosity towards you, and it's not even for a valid reason. You were born gifted so that you could change the freaking world. But the thing is, you being here to change the world is a disturbance to other people's plans that they had all along. And some people, when they incarnated, they knew who the enemy was. You were their enemy. Didn't matter how much good you did in their life. It didn't matter how kind you were to them. Every single thing that you did to them, they were just waiting for the day to betray you. They were just waiting for the day to betray you. And some of y'all, your own lovers, were paid to be your lovers. They were paid to be your lovers. And they happily accepted because they're like, hell, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to pay for my crimes. But they all got to pay. Anybody that was willing to go against you, they have to pay. Because this is not about you. This is bigger than you. You been knew you wasn't bigger than the program. You just didn't realize how big the fucking program was. Now that you realize how big the program is, it's like, okay, now what you gonna do? It's not time to be afraid anymore. You don't have time for that. It's time for you to stand in your power and do what you got to do. Because for some of you, it's like you feel like it overrides your morality. It's like, no, I don't believe in doing this though. Well, they do. So what you gonna do? You gonna keep letting them do that shit to you? You gonna keep getting bullied? That's crazy. I wouldn't take that if I was you. I wouldn't just let motherfuckers keep bullying me just because they got money, power, influence. I would turn around and get the same fucking thing and then beat them at their own fucking game. That's why they're trying to shadow ban you in the first place. That's why they're doing all these spells to keep you in the shadows. Because if they shadow ban you, then no one believes you. The illusion continues. But the problem is the veil has been lifted for you. So you can't deny what you know, even if you hate the truth that you know. It is meant for you to use your gifts, all of them, to the full extent. That is how you fight back. You tell the truth through your gifts. You share your truth unapologetically. And it doesn't matter how many people are going against you right now. They waged war on a motherfucker. Shh. Listen, if you knew who you really were, you wouldn't be playing small. You got Poseidon power. Poseidon power. Stand in that shit. Because that's what they want anyway. They want you to fight back so they can see how powerful you really are, because they're trying to understand why the fuck they death spells ain't working on you. Why are you still alive? That's what they're itching to find out. Why are you still alive? How are you still breathing? They follow you everywhere you go because they're fascinated by you. Enamored. How are you still alive? We tried to get you poisoned. We paid them to pretend like they were your friends. We had them do stuff over you while you were sleeping. We had some of them do things to you sexually so it could scar you for life. All the trauma that you experienced, especially if you were trafficked, it was because they were trying to scar you. They were trying to break you. And what is the best way to break a woman? To rape her. Duh. To steal her freaking dignity. Snatch it from her. So she has no sense of pride, no sense of value. She has to feel like an item, a product. Because that's all they want anyway. They want to sell her. Their fascination is sick and twisted. And your own brother? He the worst of the worst. That's why he gotta go first. I keep saying it's hell or jail for them. There's no other options anymore. They had their chance to do the right thing. God is angry. You don't get that? God is angry. They went too fucking far. They try to fracture your mind permanently. That's why all them preachers and prophets spoke over your life the way that they did as a kid. Some of them wanted to confuse you. And when you started speaking certain things about visions and shit, you scared the fuck out of them because they're like, how is it that this one can know what I know? I don't like that shit. Because if she know what I know, then damn it, she's going to expose me later. If he tells her what I know or what I done did, she's going to expose me because all she cares about is fucking justice and doing the right thing. She won't let nobody be great. If you got to break the law to be great, don't you think that that means that you're probably, yeah. Drugs, addiction, people keeping people addicted. So many sexual assaults that go unreported, that go unknown. And maybe it's time for me to start talking about that shit. Maybe it's time for me to start getting them a little uncomfortable. The rapists, the abusers. Maybe it's time to start talking about that shit again. Because all of what happened was a diversion anyway. But you didn't divert shit. I always knew what I wanted to do, talk to the other survivors. I got to, because I have to make sure I put that motherfucking battery in their back too. I gotta get them amped up too. I gotta get them fired up too. Because it's time to stand in our fucking power. All the chosen ones, the ones who gonna do the right thing, should I say, because there's some chosen ones that just ain't doing it. They just not gonna get it because they just don't want to. And that's fine. Many are called, few are chosen. So these chosen ones I'm talking about ain't really chosen ones in the first fucking place, because there wouldn't be no type of rejection. They would answer the call. They would do the right thing, but they're not doing the right thing because they're not fucking chosen. They're imposters. And this identity theft, and it's posing as you, and it's sex tape, it's all coming to the light. Justice will be served. All those who had a hand in the corruption, the judges, the cops, the media, it's a bigger scam than you even know. And when things felt like they were just somehow working out for you, or at sometimes somehow just not working out, but they should be working out, that was them manipulating the scenes, making sure that you ended up right where you were supposed to be sometimes, because they wanted to trap you like a little rabbit in a hat. They're fucking scavengers. And for some of y'all, you protected by Mayan blood, Aztec ancestors. You got ancestors that are like, hum num 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 num. Try it, motherfucker. Knock your motherfucking koofy off type shit. That's them type of ancestors. It's not even, listen, you may have had a life where you were royal Egyptian blood, but it's deeper than that. There's like a collaboration of cultures here, okay? It's like an anomaly of sorts, because you're a type of melting pot that's unexpected. You're very rare. There is not really many like you, and Atlantis is important to you. It's not, there's nothing to, listen, everything that they say is false. There's a truth that sparked it all. Atlantis is where you drowned. You're at the bottom of an ocean somewhere in another lifetime. But that's why your fear of water was sparked when you were a kid, because you died before you were supposed to die, and the way you died was very tragic. It's like all your life you've been trying to unlock your trauma, because it unlocks all of what I'm telling you right now. It's like you are learning who you really are. Your true identity is being revealed, and you got people so fucking scared. I see real long nails, people that have very long nails. They paid watchers. People are paid to watch you, and it really is about either selling you to the sex traffickers or selling you to the killers. Whoever gets you first. Whoever gets you first. Them moments where you felt like you dodged the setup, you did. Them moments where you felt like you was in hell, you was. You escaped every time because angels carried your ass out of there. That's why. You got archangels that you have an alliance with. You're part of a coven too. Did you know that? Did you know that you're part of a coven? Like your bloodline goes back to a coven, a very historical coven, something very well known. Do your research. Look at the names in your family, because you could have many different names in your family. Find out the history of those names and find out why you were given a particular name over others. There's a reason for everything. But their lies will not stick. Their games will no longer work. Because I have a feeling that by the sound of my voice and the power vested in me, you are awake now. And you're ready to do whatever it is to step into your power. You're no longer afraid because you're listening to the sound of my voice and you understand that there's nothing to be afraid of. They want you to stay afraid, because if you stay afraid, then their plans continue to prosper while you perish. And that is not the divine destiny that you came here for. You feel like you're on a mission because you are, babe. And it's time to step into your role 1000%. That means that you got to be fearless like a warrior, Joan of Arc. I'm hearing something about the Navajos. And I'm hearing something about those who are they're trafficked by trade, and some who are voluntarily trafficking themselves. Those are two different things. But those who are voluntarily trafficking themselves, there's something that they have in common with those who are forced to be who are trafficked by force. Like there's something that they have in common with them. I don't know. I guess this is the men connected. Listen, something is about to be exposed on a level that you don't even know. And it's something about your name that has always been. It has always been in rooms that you weren't even aware of, yo. Like I'm getting so emotional right now because I can feel it. When you find out some of the people that went against you, it really might puncture you a little bit. It won't be fatal, but like it'll fucking hurt. Because you'll be devastated to know how you've been surveillanced your whole life. There's been certain places that you've been in, like I feel like there's a camera here, because there was. I feel like they're listening, because they were. And those times when you were called to just be bold and be like, fuck it, I don't care if they're listening. That's because you were supposed to do that, because your ancestors are the ones that work for you. And I don't say work for you, meaning that they do what you say, but they're on your side. Okay? They've been protecting you. They've been giving you little pieces in your dream state. So like when you have a dream and you end up somewhere, pay attention. Because they're telling you something. When certain people end up in your dream, pay attention, because they're showing you something. That's divine protection. You lost so much, but you're about to gain the whole world, yo. And that's what they always feared, because they knew if you gained the whole world and they weren't connected to you and they missed out on this major fucking blessing, oh man, it would be over for them, because some people would not even have a position anymore. Because you're about to take some people's spots where it's like, you're one of them beings that's like, when you step onto the scene, it makes everybody else obsolete. That you don't understand how like you really steal the show, yo. There's stars and then there's superstars. There's stars and then there's superstars. And there's stars who have gone against you all because they saw that you were a mega fucking superstar, yo. And maybe Maybe your rejection of your destiny was all because you felt like being a star is so superficial. What the fuck is fulfilling about being an idol to people who you don't even like? It feels so empty, so pointless. They play with your gifts, man, I'm telling you. And they've been the cause of people's demise and then put it on you. They have told people that it's because of you that things have happened to people, bad things have happened to people. That's why they started watching you in the first place. You're on a secret list that you don't even know you're on. You're on a list that you don't even know you're on. Where people are on high alert because of you. That's why everywhere you go, it feel like you always being disturbed because they disturbed. They disturbing you. That's the goal. But I call you to not be disturbed. Do what you need to protect your peace and recognize now the truth that I've brought to you. Stand in your fucking power and understand that others are standing with you. You're not standing by yourself. It don't matter what it look like. And you can't even always trust what you feel sometimes because, and I don't mean to say feel. This is about a projection of a thought. Okay, so like a thought starts, it's planted, right? And then suddenly it becomes how I actually feel. That's the point. That's spell work. They look in the mirror with your picture attached to it and they start to chant things. They buried you in the dirt. They flushed you down the toilet. They did every possible death spell that you could think of. They try to poison your food. And that couple that you was feeling suspicious of, yes, because they could see just like you could see. But they thought that they knew. And they didn't have all the facts. Even they were being deceived. It's a lot of arrogance around this motherfucker. A lot of people who are just unwilling to be wrong. So they'll stop at nothing to try to destroy you. It's sick, yo. So much corruption. So much medical and legal violations. Fabricated paperwork, documents for the courts, all type of shit. They done try to get you caught up in the law multiple times because if you in jail, then they can do whatever you want. They want to you. That's how you become a slave. Because as soon as you get convicted of something, then they're going to sell you into sex trafficking. Again. Again. That's the goal. They need you as a prisoner. That is when they can harvest your power. They need your energy to survive. Look at you and look at them. You're vibrant. You're limitless. You are an anomaly. And when people look at you, they feel so disturbed because they feel like they can't hold a candle to you. They feel like you're so dynamic and they're not good enough. They wanted to diminish you, yo. They turned every single person against you because they said, if I can at least just isolate them. It's sick. It's so sick, yo. But you're gonna be okay. You're so strong. So many people look up to you. Even the ones that went against you, they look up to you, yo. You're a hope in rare form because you're not just a reflection of the light. You're a reflection of the dark, too. You have found a perfect harmony with your light and your shadow, and people are fascinated. They're like, how the fuck are you doing that? How are you balancing so well? That Two of Pentacles. After everything that they threw at you, After all the ways that they tried to fuck up your mind, like they wanted your mind to be fractured permanently, yo. And what happened to you at 4 years old, that shit was fucked up. It was fucked up, yo. But I want you to know that you got allies, you got accomplices, you got people who ride with you in the astral. And at the end of the day, the cosmos got your motherfucking back. Okay? I chose to be a vessel because I recognize that if I didn't do my part, some people would perish before they get the things that they deserved in every lifetime. Because for somebody, every lifetime they followed you. It's the power you possess. They recognize your energy signature, and as soon as they recognize it, that's when they get to work every single incarnation. And that's why this is your last incarnation, because when you graduate this life, you get a ranking in the spiritual realm where you at the tippity top. You are their karma. That's why things don't go right when you leave their life. Because you are their karma. For some reason, as soon as you exit their life, it's like they feel they're seduced by doing bad to you, by getting revenge. Because they're like, no, you're gonna give me your energy. I deserve it. It doesn't matter if I'm mistreating you. You're gonna give it to me. This is literally them. People feeling entitled to your energy and becoming so aggressive to the point where, man, they pay people in high places to be able to do certain things to you. Certain things was arranged and you ain't even realize. And there are certain things that you dodged because you did realize. See? Stay sober. Stay sober, because if you drink, that's when things get diluted. You could be prone to seizures. That's because there's a lot of rapid firing in the brain. There's a lot of information being processed at once. So your brain sometimes, like a computer, has to shut the fuck down so that it can protect you. You're supernatural, but damn, even you having this human experience have limitations. And that's why spiritual hygiene is so important. That's why it's important for you to protect your energy at all times. Not just because, oh, but you know, I don't want people to be thinking the wrong thing about me and this and that. It doesn't fucking matter. You need to protect your energy at all times because they know what you know, some of them. They can see what you know. Do you get it? And when they see what you know, that's when they get to work. Stand in your power. Connect with your allies. Find you a safe plan. And beat them at their own motherfucking game. Justice will be served. The cold cases will be resolved. And you know what? I'll help them resolve them. The fuck? I'll help them resolve them. Happily. Sure. Why not? But what you gonna do for me? You can either choose them or you can choose me. If you choose them, I can't protect you. Because the truth gonna get out one way or the other, whether I give you the information or not. You're gonna do your job. To whoever is supposed to do the job. I ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my job. I'm just the messenger in this moment. Start doing what I'm doing, what I've been doing. Use your symbols wisely. Put them in the places that have a lot of high traffic. Connect to the land, the earth. It is your friend and it will protect you. Talk to the trees. Trust me. Sounds crazy and kooky, but you either do it or you don't. Listen, I'm not here to convince you. You gonna be okay though. And I will snitch. I don't give a fuck. I will snitch because why not? Why not? I don't have any incentive not to snitch. Of course I'm gonna snitch. Of course. It's too many people that done put me in compromising situations to not snitch. People done did some fucked up shit. And the crazy thing is, I've tried to get justice for people who I found out got fucked up shit happen to them, and then they turn around and try to fucking snake me too. What? I'm trying to help you out. If I find out that a man has been indecent to a woman, you don't think that I'm gonna... It doesn't even matter if it's a woman. If I find out that a man has been indecent in general. Listen, I'm in this. Original. Somebody wants to be you badly, but they're too good at it. But they're not good at it. Seraphim. One of them ones. One of them fallen angels. But you're not even a fallen angel. That's what's so crazy about it. Like, you are a renegade. Your free spirit is because you're a little bit of everything. So being a little bit of everything, it's like you can't have a limitation where it's like, oh, you have to do this, but you can't do nothing else. It's like you are multidimensional. You're capable of fitting any role. Okay, so whoever this person is that I'm speaking to that is a reflection of me, understand this. I didn't know none of this shit until I started speaking it. But like, Americans with Disabilities Act. You need to weigh your options. You have multiple different options. Choose the option that they would least expect you to take. Trust me. The odds are now and forever in your favor. What are you afraid of? You cannot suppress your emotions forever. You need to be transparent about how you feel so you can move forward. Write a letter and either burn it or mail it. Blasphemy, slander. They really telling lies on you because they're threatened by your precision. You had a sniper after you at one point, or an assassin, okay? You're ruffling feathers. Good job. Secret societies, okay? Covens that are dark covens, because apparently there are certain light covenants too, okay? Paternity test, achievement, Phoenix rising, dark divination. Somebody did a paternity test on you, found out who you were, and the rest was history. Like, you got somebody blown. Their mind is blown. They're like, what the fuck? Phoenix rising. Something with Phoenix could be important, okay? Phoenix, Arizona. The truth is rising up, okay? Dark divination. Too much spell work makes for a really dark life, okay? Brace yourself, sudden changes are ahead. Energy harvesters, soul ties. Somebody wants to be tied to you so bad, but they're just not. Regret and shame, okay? Plot twist. They thought that they had it all figured out, but here comes the motherfucking plot twist, bitch. You never saw it coming. Duh, of course you didn't. They caught you by surprise on purpose. It was meant to devastate you to the point where you went into hiding. Because as soon as you started to hide, they would have came and got your ass. They can't break into your house because you got your security on deck. Period. I know that's right. Keep your shit on point too. Because trust me, they waiting and watching. They got people that's right where you live. Just like you had neighbors back at the other place that you live. They got people that's paying, they paying to keep tabs on you and to even disturb your peace, okay? Because it's meant to keep you distracted. I keep trying to tell you, Disturbia, okay? Financial instability, that's what they want for you. Because if you're financially unstable, then you can't really have influence the way that you will have, okay? That you do have, they're saying. Desperate to tarnish your name. You need to sit your ass down and recalibrate. Doing too damn much. Mind control, MK Ultra. Just like I said, modern day mind control, MK Ultra. Breath work is here, okay? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Been doing that. No, that's right. Period. Something about a sword is important. Somebody stabbed somebody. There's a stabbing. This feels like it was, I don't know. I'm not sure if okay, hold on, let me listen. Because I'm hearing something about self-defense, but I'm not sure if that was like the plea or this is, oh, I'm getting Earl. Trust your instincts, okay? I think the dead are talking to me, to be honest. I think that this is somebody that's dead that's talking about so whatever was said to be self-defense wasn't self-defense. Religious cult, okay? These are Christians, okay? Dark Christians. They want to silence you, all right? Digestive issues, you need to get you some tiger's eye, some citrine, okay? And then when it rains, next time it rains, if you don't have an Aquarius in your life, get you an Aquarius in your life and ask them to tell you when it's gonna rain. Don't explain anything. Just be like, when is it gonna rain? Okay? Pretender. There's a pretender around you. Somebody's pretending to be you, okay? Incarceration. This could be somebody that is operating from prison, okay? Breaking out of the matrix. You're breaking out of the matrix, so you're disturbing those in the shadows, okay? Those who have been watching you, now you watching them. Okay. False statements have been made against you, okay? There's some type of legal documents, court proceedings that have been taking place, okay? Career scammer, okay? 369 manifestation. Somebody poses as some type of spiritual leader or spiritual guide. Like they could do tarot readings. They could offer some type of guidance or some type of spell work. Like some type of practitioner, right? That's what they're posing as. But they're actually just a career scammer hiding behind their so-called work. Okay, you will know this person by way of, do they have anything else going on, or is this what they thrive on? Because if this is what they thrive on, this is the career scammer. This is the one that has the most hate for you, because there's something about you that is able to discern that they are not who they say they are. They pretend to be super innocent. They may get a little real soft voice, okay, when they're around certain people, or when they're lying, they get soft. Okay, when they're lying, no, everything is good like this. Okay, because it's a lie. Okay, it's a fucking lie. Chosen ones are meant to be alone. Maybe that's just the lie that they tell you so that you don't look for your divine counterpart, because some of y'all have a divine counterpart. That's not for everybody. Protect your work or brand, because they're stealing it. Every time you do something, they give it to the other practitioners who are not real practitioners. So that's how they're harvesting your energy. You say something and then they take it and they give it to the others who are not anything like you, but who are trying their hardest to be like you, okay? Now, this is the crazy thing, is because you could have looked at some of these people and been in admiration of them, but the whole time they were envious of you, okay? Healing generational trauma has allowed you to open up your heart chakra, okay? Invest in your dreams. A history of burnt bridges. Every bridge you ever burnt, they are going against you. Because they're like, how dare you? Oh, God. Most hated, most wanted, most imitated. Sounds about right. The police are going to get involved, but like the police from another jurisdiction, okay? The magic is within you. That's why they got to attack you from within, okay? 777 is here. The 77 portal, that is significant. So 777 was the 77 portal. If you added up the energy, if you did the math, okay? From the 77 portal, I did the video about that. You might have missed it, because that's what y'all do. You miss it in the first go around, and then you go back and have to spin the block and be like, oh shit, she was talking about something that was for me. Exactly. The odds are now and forever in your favor. A long distance connection becomes something. Okay, something is taking off. Defying the odds. Okay, oppression You're no longer oppressed. You're no longer part of this group of oppressed people, okay? You beat the odds. Your chosen family is not blood related. Socially awkward, but high key the life of the party. A lot of people want to be you. Unprocessed trauma. Be courageous, be bold, a cut above the rest. Hood rich. Sweeping you off your feet. The way you love on yourself attracts that kind of love. Prosperity. Get ready to explore new horizons. Build your confidence. Do some mirror work, affirmations. Shadow work is important. You have to maintain that. Make sure that you're always checking in with your shadow. And also make sure when a dark thought comes, see where that comes from. Like, place that thought back, because sometimes when a dark thought comes, that is something that was sent by one of your enemies. Trace it back to where it came from, and then go to motherfucking town, okay? Just playing. Or am I? Guess you'll never know. I love to keep them guessing, because if you're fucking confused, then you're gonna be confused, right? Exactly! No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Okay, be spontaneous. Scared? Good, you should be. You're on fear factor, bitch. Your survival story will save someone's life. Do not be ashamed of your past. And why would you be? Like, the past is behind you, babe. Hello? Hello? Man, they sacrifice a kid, okay? In your own lane, there's never traffic, and that's a fact. They sacrifice a kid. This kid is talking to... Okay, hold on. Childhood trauma. This kid that was sacrificed experienced childhood trauma. All right. Your home is your safe haven. Somebody's trying to make your home unsafe. They're sending dark entities to your home. That's why you feeling like, that's why you're hearing different things, okay? Those things you're hearing are they're dark entities that have been sent to you, okay? Dividends and investments. What have you been invested in? No. Somebody invested in something and then they gave the inheritance to you, okay? If you go claim your inheritance, it will also stop some of this spell work, just so you know. Because, like, for some of you, this requires you to go somewhere where you experience a great deal of trauma, okay? But you have to go back if you want to. Well, I don't want to say you have to, because they said don't say that. But, like, you should go back if you want to stop somebody in their tracks, okay? Nostalgia. It's okay to fantasize, but do you really want it, though? Racism and discrimination, playing both sides, celibacy. Something about you being celibate, actually, it increases, it amplifies your energy, okay? Something about your sexual energy, specifically, like your feminine energy, the divine feminine energy, is very powerful, okay? You are the portal, like I said. Guarded heart, defensiveness. Somebody feels like you're extremely defensive all the time. Fair Housing Act. There's something where it comes to your housing that hasn't been fair because somebody's been doing dark magic to keep you unstable, okay? Blasphemy and slander. They really telling lies on you because they threatened by your precision, okay? Same messages coming out. Mental health, emotional overwhelm. That's what they want for you. The word on the street is that you are mentally unstable, like you're psychotic, basically, like you're spitting psychosis. It's just crazy talk. Let go of your limiting beliefs, okay? Curtains close. Curtains finally closing. Forgiveness. Okay, maybe you need to forgive your enemies, because forgiveness has a certain way of breaking a spell too. It's like the spell, it maintains its force, its impact, its power by you holding resentment, harboring any type of dark feelings towards these people. When you release them and offer them up in love and accountability, that's when shit really gets real, okay? Overworked and underpaid, justice is at play. All right, somebody feels like they working too hard. They want you to feel like that too, though. Like, said I work my fingers down to the bone. But that's exactly why I said I ain't working hard no more. I don't know what y'all talking about. That's why I've been making my changes accordingly, because fuck that. Animal rituals, they killing animals in the woods, okay? That's how they get they power. And that's fucked up, because don't be killing the fucking animals, you sick bastards. A little deception goes a long way. They've been telling little white lies to certain people, okay? The luxury life chose you. I know that's right, period. Because ain't life grand when you rested, rich, and fine? I know that's right. introvert, okay, with extrovert tendencies. The universe has been sending you too many warning signals. If you don't take heed, then that's your problem. Unrequited love. Somebody loves you, but they didn't love you before. You loved them, and then, but they didn't love you. They were just paid to love you. But now that you're gone, they realize that they actually love you. Like somebody got paid to love you, and they didn't love you. That's why they treated you like shit. Like some of y'all could have been in an abusive relationship because that person was paid to abuse you. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. This is really fucked up. This is really fucking dark, actually. Like, somebody took the history that they knew about you. Like, they went and found police records, things like that, and like they had people come and traumatize you in those ways, so that it's like it's meant to put you in that same energy that you were in those times. Okay, something about 2018 could be significant. Neurodivergence, okay, mind games, okay, the mind games that they play on the neurodivergence because their minds work differently. But that's exactly the point. You can't play mind games with a neurodivergent. A neurodivergent has supernatural abilities. Are you fucking dumb? Yeah, you are. Legal dispute. Breathe deeply, okay? There's more than one legal dispute, though, I'm hearing. There's multiple people that have tried to take their crimes and put them, they've tried to set you up for their crimes or set you up for crimes. Like, they committed the crime with the sole intention of making it be your crime, but they were paid to do this too. Okay, unfaithful dishonesty. Okay, there's a married couple that somebody's in a marriage and they want out of the marriage, so they've been cheating. Both of these people don't really want to be in this marriage, but at the same time, the marriage is protecting them. It is what is keeping them safe. It's preventing them from having to testify against each other. That's why they stay married. This marriage is a sham. They don't actually love each other. Their love is trauma bonding. Okay, listen. They got together to protect themselves, okay? Period. Because they both are scammers. Someone is trying to hijack your mind, okay? Disruptor. Match that energy, okay? You might have to keep that same energy. Like I said, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you got to get out of character. Like I just said, sometimes you got to get out of character. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, period. Big bad bozos. These people got big feet, big ugly bulky wigs, just busted and disgusted, man. These motherfucking people. Past life regression, past life memories resurfacing. Something from the past is impacting your current life. Yeah, because people from the past won't let you go. They have a stronghold on you because somebody put you in a fucking jar. Children are being sacrificed for youth elixir. This could be something with your child, okay? Power moves, okay? Somebody's on the fence about what they should do. Artificial intelligence. Unmatched, okay? Free spirit. Set a new routine and stick to it for 60 days. I'm telling you, that's where the transformation comes from, boo. Psychic practice. Maybe you should practice using your third eye. Practice doing remote viewing with somebody. Get their permission first, because anything that is unwarranted, anything that you do not get permission for is a violation, and you got to answer for that. So make sure you get your permission before you do anything, okay? Thank you. I'm all about ethics, okay, and integrity. If you do things against people's free will, that's fucked up. They can't box you in. That's why they mad. Okay. Unethical non-monogamy. Again, somebody's cheating. Like I said numerous times before in several readings on multiple channels. The fuck. I don't care which channel I'm on. I'm gonna still tell the truth. Unconventional healing modalities. You need to see a shaman. You are the shaman, but you need to see a shaman, because only a shaman can recognize a shaman, or recognize what a shaman's curse is. I'm hearing, okay? Don't adapt to the energy in the room. Influence it. Intellectual discourse, okay? Toxic as fuck. Somebody's projecting onto you toxic intentions. Like, they want you to be addicted, like in this very addictive, that obsessive devil energy. They want you to be in a controlled state. Again, sex trafficking, okay? How do you want it? How do you feel? Somebody has sexual fantasies about you to the point where they rape you in your sleep. That's fucking crazy. Americans with Disabilities Act. You could have a disability, okay? Ego tripping, ego death. Somebody's had multiple ego deaths and they still don't get the fucking lesson. That's fucking sick and sad. Visionary. Okay, you have the ability to see beyond the circumstances and dream a new existence, okay? A leader for the new world. Unspoken feelings. What are you afraid of? You cannot suppress your emotions forever. You need to be transparent about how you feel so you can move forward. I already said all this. Okay, options. All right. So I think that's it. Your move is your move now. They made their move. Now it's time to make your move. Your vision, your rules, divine timing. Okay. It's time to make your move. So make your next move your best move. Okay, Buki. All skin folk ain't kin folk. You might be pissing off the black people. Okay. I'm so fucking dead ass. I'm not trying to be funny. Psychological warfare. Okay, maybe you don't fit the black agenda. Maybe you don't fit the stereotype of being a black person. Maybe something about you defies the odds in general. And so because you don't fit into any particular box, no particular group of people feel any loyalty to you. Okay, introvert and insecure. Okay, all right, family matters. Okay, exorcism. Wow, yikes, that's extreme. Let go, let it flow. Follow the ebb and the flow of the universe. Okay? That's your advice. And I'm fucking gone. Do you have all the facts?